What you're about to listen to is part of the Podgods Network. If you go to podgodsnetwork.com, you'll find other great shows there too. If you have a problem with this or any other show, please write it in an email. And go fuck yourself. Have a nice day.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
But more of the R-rated film that most other people do. There's some salty language in it and shit like that.
We work very well together, okay?
But gruesome twosome!
Gruesome twosome!
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
These guys are 11.
I'm here for the gangbang.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Inconceivable!
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Set no substitutes.
Hey everybody, what's good? This is Salty Language, episode 165. I am Brian, coming to you from the secluded Shameless Plug Studios. Joining me via the internets from his Camp David / diddling hole, or whatever we called it.
The hidey hole.
The hidey hole.
Have some respect.
I'm not wrong.
That's true.
Is, the effervescent Tony.
It sounds like Flanders sex talk, the diddly hole.
It does. It's the diddly dungeon.
The diddly dungeon. He's secretly an S&M and whatnot.
Right. Naturally.
Of course. Did you? I think we talked about the Simpsons. All the Simpsons marathon or whatever.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that, or did we talk about that just in person?
I don't remember.
Recall.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you hear their ratings just absolutely blew away everything else Fox was doing?
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
So many people were like, I'm watching all the Simpsons, so.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm like, I've already seen the first, 14 seasons, God knows how many times, so I was definitely at least not going to watch those.
I mean, I kind of wish I would have hopped on board, because I do miss some of those old ones,
yeah.
But,
yeah.
What are you going to do?
There were people, like, DVRing it and, planning on, like, somehow putting it onto discs and whatnot. And
oh, my God. You imagine the amount of storage you
yeah.
need to DVR all that?
Yep. I can't even imagine how I can't imagine you'd be able to put all of it on there. I mean, it's, 25 years worth of the show? They said it's, 8 full days, I think it is, of episodes?
Right.
Something along those lines.
That's a lot of storage.
Yeah. Like, oof. Like, you calling up the cable company before it starts, and you're like, I'm going to need a second DVR.
Like, but what?
You only have one box at your house. Exactly.
That is a problem.
Mm-hmm. I watch a lot of TV.
Like, oh, my God. I have problems, sir.
When I'm not busy washing myself with a rag on a stick.
Yeah, nice. Because we just recently got our DirecTV hooked back because Feetsball. Yeah, it's back on. Which, I don't know if you're watching the game right now, but Atlanta's kicking Tampa Bay's ass.
No, I'm not, actually.
It's the second quarter just started, and it's 27-0.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, 28-0.
Wow.
Yeah, brutal. But I find myself flipping around channels trying to find anything to watch and having a hard time.
Yeah?
I think I was been away from TV too long.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm. I just need to find the stuff I really want and DVR it so I can pretend it's like Netflix, kind of.
Yeah, that's probably... That's pretty much what I did, just so I could, go past the commercials and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because, when you start watching stuff... Like, I would watch things like Walking Dead or whatever that assholes on the internet will ruin if you don't watch, like, immediately.
Yes.
You know, I'd watch those when they're broadcast, but otherwise I would leave stuff in DVR and, you know, watch it later so I could just zip through all the commercials or slow parts, depending on what it was.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because there's nothing better. Like, you know, I watch wrestling every week, and, you know, DVRing wrestling helps a whole lot because it's like, oh my God, this is boring. Zip, zip, zip.
Zip, 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 zip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been weird. I'm like, oh, yeah, TV's back on. I should watch this show. And I sit down to watch it. I'm like, wow, I hate this show. What happened? Like, I have zero patience for this right now.
I hate all the things.
Yeah. Although I do find myself, and I can blame, you know, comedian Bill Burr for this one, is for some reason, as I've been getting older, I've been, like, getting more into cars. I don't know if it's probably because I work on my Jeep a lot, and it's kind of satisfying to work on it. So I've been watching that Fast and Loud show he's always talking about.
Yeah.
That's an entertaining show for car-minded type people.
Ah.
Although I watched it the other day, and it made me completely violently ill. Like, I'm throwing my kettlebells around, and I almost wanted to toss it through the center of my TV. Because they got this old, like, 70s Lincoln Continental. Looked sweet. It was all black, and they made a black top, and they, you know, widened the body and put big-ass tires on an air kit so it can, you know, lower down to the ground and shit.
Right.
And what their gig is, they buy cars, they redo them, and they sell them at auction.
Right.
You know? So they sold it at auction for, like, $25,000. They made buco bucks on it. End of the show, they find out the guy that bought it, he bought it for his 14-year-old son for his first car.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly. Ugh.
Yep. So 2 months later, it'll be getting totaled.
Exactly. That's all I can think of. It's like, once that kid gets behind the wheel, he's going to wrap it around a telephone pole or something dumb.
Yeah.
He's going to be, you know, doing selfies when he's three-wheeling down the center of Dallas or whatever.
The same thing you would be doing if you were driving it.
Well, yeah, but at least I'm an adult.
Like, I got to get this coffee selfie just right.
Exactly. Like, look, my air ride system allows me to pour it in my mouth without pouring it.
That would be a great, like, you know, Vine or something.
That would be.
You know?
Yeah, I don't
Delicious.
know. It kind of made me ill. But I enjoy that show. I've been watching that.
Yeah.
That and some sort of weird Penn and Teller show. Oh, Wizard Wars.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I haven't watched it yet.
That's more for the kids. I like Penn and Teller, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only so much I can do with TV magic because it's on TV.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you prefer it when you're actually doing it.
Yes, exactly.
Magic.
Magic. Smoke bomb falls.
Not on purpose, though.
Not on purpose.
No. Oops. You're the
That's
accidental
what happened
magician.
to me today. Is I was channel surfing, trying to find anything to watch, to exercise to.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find nothing in my DVR, nothing on live television. I was like, fuck it, Netflix, and I found Bloodsport.
Yeah.
I ended up watching Bloodsport.
That'll work.
Which I forgot how awful yet amazing
Right.
the movie is.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why it's rated R, to be honest, either.
Blood, maybe?
There's the one scene where the dude gets his thigh broken, the bone kind of sticks out, and you see John Claude's ass for like 2 seconds.
Well, that alone probably is.
I don't know. I mean, it is dangerous.
When was that released?
Mid-80s, I want to say.
Okay, I was going to say,
really
it felt
don't
like
know.
mid to late 80s.
I guess I can find out. I do have the internet right in front of my stupid face.
This is true. It is pretty stupid. No. Yeah.
It's I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. The last time I watched it was on TV, though, and I don't remember them cutting much of anything.
There's not much to cut.
Like, I think they cut the scene where the dude's leg gets broken, because I was like, oh, come on. But I was like, well, it is, you know, like Saturday afternoon theater or whatever, you know? So,
Right.
like, all right, fine. That was about it. And, well, there was no ass, you know?
Well, yeah.
So the best parts of the movie were, no.
Clearly. But it's 1988 that was released.
Okay. It's about right when I thought, okay.
The thing I had the hardest time watching is since, you know, we've become, like, avid UFC watchers.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Kumite, and I'm just like, these techniques wouldn't work. You know?
Well, they might if the other person is, you know, lacking skill as much as you are.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, Kind of like in a tough man contest,
Well, right. Butterbean comes waddling in with a bucket of fried chicken and
Listen,
annihilates everybody.
I was going to say, and still kicks everyone's ass, yeah.
Yeah.
Because dude's no joke when it comes to the punching.
But I got to say, Bolo Young, who was Chung Lee, the bad guy,
Yeah.
that dude was enormous.
Yeah.
He looked like a superhero. He had to be on something.
Nope. Totally
Dude,
clean.
I mean, it looked like he had just two big Chuck steaks on his chest.
He did, actually. They
insane.
just painted him up so they look like pecs.
How'd they get him to bounce like that?
Animatronics.
I guess. I mean, it was almost arousing.
Almost nothing. Wow, I don't remember putting on my tight pants.
I mean, when I was a kid, that movie was in heavy rotation for me. I remember watching that all the time.
Right.
And now I was just like, oof.
And now
he's a bad actor.
And now it's on your Netflix queue to watch in heavy rotation.
Maybe. Although, it's got one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. Some of the best, and I don't want to jump all over getting the characters nuts here, but the montage music is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm the more we keep talking about it, Manjalele has to happen.
Right.
And we need to cover these songs.
All the 80s montages. That'll be our thing.
Soundtrack.
Well, remember we talked about how we were going to do each album was going to be its own thing. So one album will just be montages or just the Bloodsport soundtrack.
Probably montage music because some of the I'm sure some of the Bloodsport soundtrack is going to suck horribly, like the movie.
That one can be a double album.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Or we release the second one later. 80s montage music.
Ooh,
the
good call.
B-sides.
Then we can make more money off of it. I like that. Yeah, when we don't feel like putting out a new album, we'll just put that out.
Yes. And I did look up, just because I had to know how much they were, Manjalele's.
Yeah.
Or Banjalele's.
Yeah.
You can get one for less than $100.
I know. I told you. They can be had for not much, up to I look like the average price for a decent one's probably around $250, but they can be had.
You need a shitty starter one.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, just like if you're learning guitar, you can buy one for $100. You're not going out spending $5,000 or more on some fancy one.
Exactly. You need Fisher Price's My First Banjalele, and you figure that shit out.
That's right.
And you move on from there.
That's right. The one that's just got the buttons on it.
Yeah, it's just colored buttons like Cookie Monster pops out of somewhere.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. Oh, man, I could only wish that Cookie Monster popped out. That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
Oh, that's no good. I think the sound just went out in my right headphone.
Maybe you're having a stroke.
Let's hope. Wait, no, that's no good. Oh, there it is. It's back. Hey, I got the use of my arm back, too. No.
All right, bonus.
Oh, my. Oh.
Hey, my cheek isn't droopy.
Oh, boy. Man, that would be great. I really want the Fisher Price My First
Banjalele. Yeah.
Banjalele, yeah.
I keep wanting to say Manjalele.
Not yet. Soon.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
That's for when we want to take shit next level. What the hell,
That's
man?
true.
This is really weird on me now. Yeah, that's when we're taking stuff next level to where we start mixing the instruments, or it's just one part of it's the mandolin, the other side's the banjalele.
Right.
And then we'll have them affixed to our belt so we can spin them and then start playing the other one.
Well, ZZ Top.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I better keep growing my beard. I just actually trimmed it not that back long ago.
Yeah.
I finally had to because I had weird tufts in different lengths.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta make this all one length. Then we'll see what happens.
Nah.
We'll see how long I go.
Nah, I think you should just let it keep going.
I don't know. I'm getting inspired to let it get big and gnarly.
That way you just look like you're, somebody who should probably not be allowed to trim their own beard.
Yes.
Like, we probably shouldn't give him anything sharp.
Like, this man looks homeless.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's true. Oh, yeah, so that was my day, Brian. Bloodsport. Well, that and getting completely anally raped at work, but you'll have that.
And completely aroused by Bolo Young.
Well, I mean, Jesus. The first time he was on the screen, I was just like, I don't remember him being that huge.
Right.
I wonder what he looks like now.
Probably awful.
You never know.
It's true.
I mean, like, look at Jackie Chan. He still looks like he's in his 40s. He's like 83 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah.
It's that weird, martial arts thing, I guess.
Or
it's kind of like
Pit.
Black Don't Crack, but with karate.
Right. Or maybe they use a Lazarus Pit.
You know what? You might be right.
Little did we know they're all part of the League of Assassins with Ra's al Ghul. Like, huh.
Oh, Lord. Dude, he was in Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? How long has he been doing this?
Like 100 years. Like I said, Lazarus Pit.
Since 1970. I gotta find a picture of him now.
That's a long time.
This is a long time.
Dag. I mean, hell, even at the point of Bloodsport, that was, 18 years later.
Right. Wow. How does Oh, fuck IMDb. Right, it's IMDb face.
Why is it like, to find this out, you have to pay?
Well, there's like no pictures of him.
Oh, okay.
That's a lie.
Maybe he doesn't like to be photographed anymore.
Maybe he's a ghost.
Or a vampire or something.
Yeah. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost. 2014. This not... Oh, there he is.
Is he still making movies?
Yeah, he has a movie coming out this year.
Criminy.
I don't know how old he is, but he still looks like he's in decent shape.
Wow.
He doesn't look like the Hulk.
Right. Is he doing like Mr. Miyagi roles now?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, where he's like somebody's sensei or whatever. That'd be
my God. Dude, he was born in 1946.
Wow. That's pretty pretty strong. Wow. So he'll be, 60 into... Yeah, he's 58?
I don't know. You're asking me to math, and I'm tired.
All right. No mathing. Sorry.
No mathing. Here, I got this.
I thought I just did.
You are 100% correct, Brian.
Right.
Way to math. 68. Dude,
Woo.
if I wish I looked like him at 68. Now, shit.
Yeah. Like, Tony, you've changed a bit.
He became known as Chinese Hercules.
Oh, man, that sounds like a movie MST3K would cover.
It really does. Now, how can he be Chinese Hercules when he's only 5'6"?
He's only 5'6"? Because
Only
Van
5'6".
Damme's not very tall either.
Right.
But how... Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably about 5'6" wide, too. Like a cube.
He's got some of that Brock Lesnar going.
Yeah, exactly. All right, it's enough about Bolo Young.
For now.
Exactly. Until next time.
Tony's all saving this stuff in the private file.
Save search.
Search. Yeah, all the Google image searches. He's
have that.
Looking on Pornhub, typing in Bolo Young.
Bolo Young. Oh, my.
Coming up with very frightening things. Oof.
Yeah. So how about your week, Brian? I guess that was just my today, but how was your week?
Yeah, right. Oh, my knee's been flaring up again, which is pretty sweet.
Rick flaring up?
Woo! No.
Got a little robe on?
No.
That would be awesome.
That would be, yeah. Now
you wake up, there's a little platinum blonde wig on your knee, like, oh, shit.
Not again.
God damn it.
It owes a bunch of alimony.
It's hiding.
Yeah. Son of a... Oh, man. Nah, I've been getting the old stabbing pain in it again. It's been pretty sweet.
That's fun.
Big fan. Yeah. That's been most of the week is, that and painkillers. So.
Judas Priest painkiller, I can only assume.
Well, of course. What else takes the pain of a Ric Flair knee away?
That's true. Blasilo Judas Priest.
God, just robes and leather everywhere.
Yeah, it's a weird scene.
That's a party that really shouldn't be missed, but also pretty frightening.
It's true.
Who knows what's going to happen there?
It's like robes, studded leather pants, a platinum blonde wig, and that weird, leather daddy cop hat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Axl Rose wore.
Yeah, it's who knows what's going on at that party, but it's probably one that you don't want to miss. Like I said,
That's true. It's one of those parties you'll read about.
Yeah. Or
Off
if you weren't
code
there,
over.
you'll get the phone call of the, man, you should have stayed, or you should have been there, man.
You should have been there, bruh. Yeah, exactly.
Damn it. But since we recorded last, we went and saw some musics.
We did, Brian. The old Main Event Art and Music Festival.
2014.
First annual,
Right.
I guess.
Which is always funny.
Yeah, I know. I know. I hate saying it,
I
but
know.
that's how they advertise it.
Well,
So
it's because you're declaring that it's going to become an annual thing, but it's just kind of weird that, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it's an annual thing till the second one.
Right,
But,
exactly.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, we went and enjoyed the
That was
musics, the musics of the Swellers, which we've talked about on the show before, and we ended up sticking around to see the Menzingers.
Oh, little fella.
The little fella who
Fella that Jeannie just wanted to take home.
right. Well, I think we all did because
Force him to perform.
right after we tussle his hair.
Yes.
That was the agreement.
That was the agreement.
Yeah.
It's only fair, really. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do some fantastic people watching while we were there.
Oh, yes.
I posted a couple good pictures, the pictures aren't great, but the people in them are fantastic.
Was a brony and your spirit animal.
Yeah.
We need to name your spirit animal, by the way.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know that he has a name. I think he's just
a thing of legend.
he is, yeah. He's so rare that you can't. There's just no name for him.
Do we just call him Chops because he had those big ass mutton chops?
Well, he can, yeah,
I don't really like the name, but it's kind of appropriate.
yeah.
Or well, he was wearing a Piss Christ vest. Piss Christ.
Yeah. Inventor of the piss tarp.
Yes.
Oh man, that guy was something else. There was a lot of goodness there. Yeah, the guy with the ponies forever shirt though, man.
He was special, wasn't he?
Yeah, an older gentleman, and all gray haired out, and you can if you want to find the pictures, they're up on my Instagram at I can't remember. Am I under Stu-Nami on Instagram?
I do believe so.
I think so. Yeah, you can find them there. I posted a few pictures from the thing.
You know
there.
what? I'll just put it on the goddamn website.
Well, or that's fine too.
I should probably make a note of it now.
That's probably not a bad idea.
I'll forget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was said there was the the grandma who was dancing and acting a fool.
Oh my god! I just threw up in my mouth. That was so horrible.
There was a manatee wearing all pink. Off to our right, standing outside the one building.
I don't. Okay. Yes, I do remember now.
Yeah. There was the woman who had the purse dog on the little platform thing.
That was just dumb.
Taking pictures of the dog and dancing with it, and then I realized that the dog had like a black and pink leather outfit and leather daddy hat on.
Yes. Just like your knee was wearing.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's why I was so upset. It's like if you're a wrestling fan, think Bret the Hitman Hart in his later years of wrestling, black and pink,
Right.
and yeah, like where it's more black than pink. So, and then we got to see the epic, because I can't remember which guy it was from the Swellers that was wearing the Bret the Hitman Hart jean vest.
That was quite the excellent vest.
Right. It was the excellence of execution, if you will.
Yeah, boy, was it.
And apparently, from what I read on the inside, it had Bret the Hitman Hart's stats in there. So,
Which is just awesome.
clearly making the vest the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will ever be. Because there's only one way you could top that, and that's to wear a Ric Flair robe.
Well, yeah.
Because then I'd be like,
with all his stats on the inside.
well, yeah, of course. That's a lot of stats.
Actually, you could probably arrange to have Ric Flair on the inside.
That's probably true. Yeah, on one side it's his wrestling stats, on the other side it's his like marriage stats.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oof.
Which side's got more? Yeah,
We know which one has more losses.
it's close, but it's
Oh, good God.
16-time world champion, like 15-time divorcee. Ooh, that's
So
why he lost. That's how he lost the belts in divorce settlements.
Yeah, exactly.
He was undefeated all those years except for ex-wives.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I would do different, because I would like to go to that again. I had a good time.
Yeah.
But next time I'd like to go earlier.
Yeah.
Because there was so many bands playing.
There were over 50 bands playing in one day across, 5 stages, I think?
5 or 6 stages.
It was 5 or 6, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there were, from what I read, there was supposed to be a lot of really good acts playing.
Well, like a girl I work with, I was Monday, I'm like, hey, how's your weekend? She's like, oh, I saw some music. I'm like, oh, did you go to the festival? It's like, oh, yeah, the band I was going to see, they played at like 2 or something.
Yeah.
They played super early. So she saw them there, and then her and her boyfriend road trip to Columbus to see the guy's next show, because he left Toledo and went to Columbus and played that night.
Oh, funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a day for somebody.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though. I mean, like, if you were a comedian, you could do something like that, too, Hit up an early show somewhere and then go do, that 9, 10 o'clock or whatever, yeah. Where you're
I would show up early because it seemed like it'd be a good time.
Yeah.
Definitely bring more money because the beers were crazy expensive to the point that I'm not spending $4 on a Pabst.
That's my issue.
It was a tall boy, but
right?
Still,
my issue is that it was the type of beer that was $4. Otherwise, it's like it's an event. Concerts always are $4 to $8 for a beer.
It's Pabst. Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. I didn't see.
Kugel.
Oh, was there Leinenkugel? I didn't even see.
Kugel, and there was like that Reds stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which is funny because as many hipsters as there were there, the Pabst makes sense. But I was surprised there weren't more pretentious beers there, if you will.
Yeah, for sure.
I was disappointed. My beard and plaid shirt and I were very disappointed. And
dude, I wish I wore a plaid shirt that day to fit in with my beard because it got brisk.
It did. Oh, I was wearing shorts.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were.
Yeah, because when I moved, my jeans got buried somewhere, and I just found them.
Like just excavated them?
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, here's some. So, I thought it was supposed to stay about 60 all day. I didn't realize it was going to get to, the upper 40s by the time we left.
Raw. I'm glad I had my stupid hat on.
Yeah, that was the thing. I just freshly shorn my head that day and wore no hat, so that was a mistake.
Right.
I should have worn a hat or left the growth on my hair, but I didn't want to take Fukushima out, or Fukushima, whatever the hell it was. I think I just fucked that all up.
You'd be all right.
Yeah,
it got cold.
It did.
So that's the other thing I would do different is I'd bring more clothing.
Right.
Dress more hipster.
Right. Well, that was my thing. All I needed was to switch to jeans and chucks, and I would have completely been okay.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I can't rock the gentleman comb over that's all the rage because that just ain't happening up top anymore.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, I could maybe I could do that with my beard maybe, but
well, that's why you have to get one of those like newspaper boy hats.
Yeah, I actually have one. I didn't even think about it because otherwise I could have dug that out because I didn't think about it dropping temperature wise, or I would have taken a hat because you know how it is when well, not as much. You keep your shit pretty tight most of the time. So.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, it's just, like the day that I cut it usually is when it's, like the coldest, basically. Because your naked skin's all like, It's like being fresh out of the shower,
Right.
When the cool air kisses your buttocks,
Yeah. The old buttocks kiss.
Right, your sweet, creamy ass, if you will.
Yes, sweet, creamy ass. Nice.
I was surprised that, there was that record store that was right there selling vinyls because, perfect. What a great idea.
Right.
I was surprised that actually some of the other vinyl stores in Toledo didn't have booths set up. Like Culture Class wasn't down there that I know of. And again... there was supposed to be a bunch of art down there, and I still haven't found out, like, if earlier in the day if there were art booths set up or if we were in a different area.
When I walked to go get to the ATM, when I was leaving, there was a big sign that had an arrow and it said galleries. So you had to, like, go that away.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense to not have them right by the musics, I guess, but you would have thought that it would have been kind of like walk-in to where you kind of walk past the art to go to the music or something so that,
Yeah. It made me wonder if maybe they had access to a building that they had shit set up in.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense just in case of weather and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, yeah. I don't know, because I don't know if I knew anybody that had any art set up down there or not. So I didn't read anything by any of the people that I know, but
I'd be curious to see in the little city paper that comes out. They do a write up about the thing because I mean I hope it went well because like I said I would go again.
Yeah,
it seemed like a good event.
Yeah,
the food trucks was as many food trucks as I thought there were since there's this floor's killing my ass.
Yeah,
since there's a ton of them in Toledo now.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see one of my favorite coffee shops had a tent set up.
I saw Bleak House,
which we raided immediately.
Yeah, I noticed that when we walked up and I saw your cup and I saw Bleak House on it. I was like, of course. Because I knew you didn't bring it in,
I had one of those weird moments, too, because I'm like, I got cash. And I opened up my wallet and there was $2. I'm like, where the fuck did my cash go? I randomly spent it somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah, whores.
But they, thank God, had a square so we could...
Yeah.
We ended up getting 2 coffees, and they make their own ice cream. So Jeannie got an ice cream because they're like, I kind of feel bad for only spending like $4 on your square.
That's something I'll have to remember for next year, too, is to take cash.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like merch, the few merch things, like the Swellers had a merch booth that we literally stood right in front of.
Right.
And, excuse me, I don't think they were taking card at all. I think they were just cash. Mm-hmm.
And trust me, going to get cash was a pain in my dick.
Right.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know about the beer booths. I would hope they would have a credit card swiper.
I don't know.
But who knows? Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
I'll just kick the microphone. No worries.
But yeah, it was good. That was a good time.
It was. Definitely was. I'm with you. I really hope they do it again. Yeah. It was a great opportunity to see, like the Swellers are pretty much on their starting the leg of their final tour, basically. Although from what I've read, it sounds like that they'll still occasionally get together and do some local stuff, which for us is no big deal because I think they're from like Flint, know, so they could be playing within driving distance of us if I wanted to go see them again. But that's it was cool to go see them for free. They they put on a good show, and the Men Zingers were a band that I've heard of a little bit, but I'd never really gotten into them, so. That was cool. Got to, experience that. And
yeah, I'm pretty sure that got Jeannie slightly into punk music a little bit.
And then, like I told you earlier, I was reading that, was it Guided by Voices, who were on a reunion tour, announced today that they broke up. So that show was probably one of their last shows.
Like I said, should have stuck around.
Yeah, I know, right?
I really wanted to go get some beer.
I know, me too. Plus, it was cold at that point. We're pussies. It's all right. Exactly. Yeah. Otherwise, we would have stuck through Local H and Guided by Voices and then gone and,
Yeah, I think I almost wore nipple holes through my shirt.
You weren't wearing your nursing shirt? It's got the snaps where you can...
Perfect.
Yeah. I thought you had a leather vest that had those on it.
That's for special occasions.
Oh, all right.
When I got my cop hat on.
Right. I thought that was just your going out shirt. Honey, I'm going to get the mail. Snap, snap.
Nice.
Standing out by the street, leaning on the mailbox, tipping your sunglasses down on the end of your nose.
Oh, yeah. Especially because they're doing road construction from us.
Right. Looking like you're something out of a Judas Priest / George Michael crossover video.
/ leatherdaddy.com.
The new sponsor of Salty Language. Oh my God!
If Leather Daddy wants to throw us some shekels, by all means,
absolutely.
I'll do a live read.
I have no shame. Well, I have very little shame. Let's put it that way.
I kind of want to know if leatherdaddies.com is a thing, but I'm not going to find out.
Right. Oh, man.
The last thing I knew is,
well, it's like... Go ahead.
It's the last thing I need to punch it in, and then, like 2 months down the line, Jeannie's like, I need some new boots. Starts typing in leather boots. Leather Daddies pops up.
She wouldn't be that surprised.
That's probably true.
She'd probably know why you were looking it up. To buy a new nursing shirt.
Duh. Nursing shirt. Chafing.
From the Tony Select lines of the Monotony fashion line.
Yeah, trying to get picked up by Kmart.
Just see it over in the maternity section.
Yes. Oh. The leather and chains collection.
Oh. If it's for people who wear leather, like most of the pictures I've seen from biker rallies and stuff, let's not encourage less.
Very true. Yeah, some of those biker broads.
Ooh.
I mean,
the guys do.
Plus side, well, yeah,
to be fair.
I was like, I guess on the plus side, though, when they make said leather clothing, they don't really have to do much tailoring from the original cow shape, you know?
That's true.
Which is a bonus. Mm-hmm, Saves some work.
That's true. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen a leather vest with udders on it. Oh, my God. Those aren't udders.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they are, but yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some of them Sturgis broads. You're like, woo! And then all of a sudden there's, things flopping against the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. And the funny part is there'll be like 40 guys standing around them like, yeah!
Well, they're all drunk and crazy.
They could be sober, and I bet they'd still do the same thing.
You're probably right.
It's just weird. It must be like a, kind of like that kind of thing is kind of like the Jeep thing. That you get it or you don't. I don't know.
I guess it might be chalked up under the whole boobs is boobs, too. No matter how awful they are, you're still taking a look.
Well, taking a look and I mean, listen, it takes a brave person to, slap it out there no matter what it is. So it's, if you're encouraging the strength of the person or the don't give a fuck of them, then I guess there's that. Right. But if you're encouraging it, like, you should do this more, it's like, slow down.
Fair point.
Like, let's think about this for a minute. Like you're right. You look because of respect,
Right. Out of respect.
For the story.
But old, Beth on the back of the hog is no Bolo Young. That's for sure.
She might be.
No. His breasts are way perkier.
Or as you like to call him, Bolo Hung.
That really would be busted apart a stereotype.
Right? By the way, I'm writing Bolo Hung down for the name of the show.
Appropriate.
I don't know that we're going to beat that one. I have to laugh because
I got plenty of time.
I was listening to Get Into Character's newest episode last night, and I appreciate the fact that the name for the show came in like the last minute of the show.
That
was fantastic. Was it Reed Riblets or whatever?
Reed Riblets.
Which was fantastic.
Sounds delicious, too.
Yeah. Because if they listen to the show, which I think they do, I really want to...
Yeah.
I want to see, what's his name, dressed as Reed Richards going around, like, slapping people in the dick or whatever it was they were talking about.
Right, long-distance dick punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was another thing. Real quick back to Bloodsport. The Johnny Cage split punch.
Yeah.
Straight from Bloodsport.
Yep. That's true.
Dick punched a sumo guy.
Right.
Because like, hey, this is pre-Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always kind of figured that's where Johnny Cage basically was supposed to be Van Damme, wasn't he? Like the American version of Van Damme, I think.
I think so.
Like,
yeah.
Like inadvertently.
The movie star karate guy.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That did dick punches.
Yeah. Johnny Cage has no muscles from Brussels, though, to be honest.
I guess not. I mean, he was pretty badass, though.
Johnny Cage would be an easy target as opposed to a hard target.
Oh, God.
That's right, I did it.
You son of a bitch.
Dude, hard target, Van Damme had that glorious mullet.
He did.
It was glorious.
Yeah.
Like that mullet stepped out of the wardrobe from Narnia. That's how fantastic it was.
It's true.
It was awesome.
It was, yeah. Oh, man. God damn it. All of a sudden, a bunch of Van Damme movie titles are flashing through my head because I'm trying to come up with a good one, but...
Like Double Trouble?
Double Impact.
Oh, you're right.
I know.
Impact.
That's the one where he played his twin in it.
Yes.
What was the one with him?
Two of them.
What was the one with him and Rodman?
That's what I was trying to think of. I thought that was Double Trouble, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. I really don't feel like looking up Van Damme movies.
Yeah, me neither.
If Tate was still on the show, yes.
Well, just annoy her.
Yes.
Yeah.
As was tradition.
Yeah, it's kind of what we did.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, Universal Soldier. That doesn't really do a whole lot for you,
No.
Yeah, see, it's just... I honestly can't think of that many of his movies now. Obviously, Bloodsport and... Shit. What was the other one? There was another one that was similar to it that came out around the same time.
Was it a Van Damme movie? Then?
Yeah.
The Van Daminator?
No.
No. Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
an ECW move where he throws the chair and then... I don't remember now. Damn it. It was like the other movie he was really known for. Not Universal Soldier, but, there's Blood...
Time Cop.
No. Well, yes, but no.
Oh, damn it.
What an awful movie.
Once again, glorious mullet.
Did he have a mullet in that one?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Wouldn't surprise
he
me.
had very long, slick back hair that was very mullet-esque.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how you do it in the future.
Excuse me. For a long time, that's what I would refer to as... That's it's movie long hair. Because they'd never have long hair in the front because you don't want to cover the moneymaker.
True.
So they'd always have a mullet. Or the hair would be like slicked back or pulled back or whatever.
Underneath a do-rag.
Right. Something that would still allow them to expose the face and yet have long hair.
Right.
So, yeah. All right, I kind of want to pull up Van Damme movies now.
Reminiscing about Van Damme seems kind of wrong.
What?
Reminiscing about Van Damme?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the kids love him. At least, from our time in movie rentals, people loved him.
Yeah, well, because, any sort of karate movie people are on board for.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Him and Seagal, though, like, oh my God, his picture on IMDb is him with a mullet.
Okay, now I gotta look.
Kickboxer, that was the other movie I was trying to think of.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Kickboxer. Well, like a lickboxer. Ugh. Terrible. Oh my God, he's still making movies too?
Of course he is.
Stop it. Oh my God, he made another Universal Soldier movie?
What?
Yep. Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning in 2012.
Day of Reckoning, huh? That sounds spooky.
Oh my God, he was in Breakin'? He was
No.
It says right here, Breakin', spectator in first dance sequence, uncredited, 1984. That's hilarious.
Oh, you know what? There's a gif of that.
Ooh.
That's what that's from. There's a gif of him dancing in some crazy-ass suit.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be it. Oh, well, that's very appropriate. In Monaco Forever, he was the gay karate man.
Wow. Double Team. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Lionheart. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at these names, and I've watched most of these.
Street Fighter?
After I got it in my Bloodsport loop, I'm like, I must watch all the Van Damme.
Right? He was in Double Team with Rodman.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. You were close. You got the double part, right?
Desert Heat. Boy, these are awful names.
Yeah. Street Fighter.
Kyle LeBlanc. Friend in hell.
Maximum Risk. Knockoff. Oh, Legionnaire. Universal Soldier: The Return. I didn't know he was in that.
Oh my God! Do you see the name of his character in Universal Soldier?
No.
Luke Devereaux.
Oh my God, the Hardcore. Philippe Sauvage. Oh my God, these are awful. Wow, dude, in The Shepherd, he was Jack Robideau.
Really?
Yep.
Robideau.
In Soldiers, he was Frenchie.
Well, that's also appropriate.
Oh, this is terrible. I
I
do
love-
appreciate that in the Expendables 2, it has him listed as villain.
I absolutely adore movie names.
Yeah.
Like Cyborg, Gibson Rickenbacker. Ooh, he's a writer. What has he wrote?
Everything.
Oh, he wrote Double Impact and Lionheart and Kickboxer.
Oh, well, those are all...
Amongst other things.
That's no Rocky.
Let's see here. Wow, I gotta stop looking at stuff.
Yeah. I know.
I'll look at all the Van Damme stuff.
Naturally. Oh, also, I would like to point out that I was incorrect about the name of the movie with him and his twin. That was Maximum Risk.
It's a terrible name.
Yeah, I know.
How is that risky when it's him and his twin?
No, that can't be right. No, that's not right. He plays... Yeah, okay, I was right. Double Impact's the one where he plays the twin. The synopsis for Maximum Risk, though, is a policeman takes his twin brother's place and inherits his problems and a beautiful girlfriend. He's forced to kickbox his way from France to the U.S. and back while playing footsie with... I have to pull up the full summary. With the FBI and Russian mafia. Not just muscles with a badge, the policeman must find the answers to some tough questions. None harder than what the heck is an accordion player doing in a sauna. That was written by some person. I just wanted to read all of it. Jesus Christ. Some of these people, when they wrote the synopsis on IMDb, got way out of control with it. Settle down. See, it's people like that Twitter exists for.
Yes.
That's why there's a limit on Twitter. Yeah, in that movie, he played Elaine Moreau and Mikhail Suvorov.
Suvorov.
Right, because, his twin brother is Russian. Even though he's clearly, I don't know, American. I don't fucking know. Who cares? All right, enough about him.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that was a good time.
Was it?
No. Anyway, back to the music festival thing.
Oh yeah, shifting gears.
Yeah, we'll put up some. That sounds like a movie where he's a race car driver. Like that one. What was that one Stallone was in where he was a race car driver? Do you remember? It wasn't Shifting Gears, was it?
It should be.
No,
it wasn't.
Shifting Gears sounds like the name of a romantic comedy starring someone like Van Damme or Sylvester Stallone.
No, Shifting Gears is a romantic comedy, but it's about a race car driver.
Obviously. Because,
that is for sure.
Right, because something happens, he's no longer allowed to, or he can't drive anymore, so then he has to become, like, I don't know, an elementary school teacher, and then he falls in love with another one.
I got it. He's a hard-ass race car driver.
Obviously.
No, like no one he doesn't take
right.
shit
He's
from
like
anyone.
Tony Stewart, just running over assholes on the track.
Yeah, he just runs them over. If he's not rubbing, it's not racing.
Whoa, now we're getting into White Muddin territory. Careful.
Right. And then he's in a horrible wreck.
Right.
Right? So he wakes up in a hospital and he falls for his nurse in the slower life because he's shifting gears.
Right, exactly. God, this almost actually sounds more like a sitcom than it does a movie now.
Maybe. Oh, God, fuck you, Lovey Smith. Sorry, I looked at the TV.
All right, then. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know if it could be a sitcom.
You're right.
What's so situational comedy about this?
You're right.
Maybe a dramedy.
Yeah, that's where we're at with this. You're right.
Yeah. Because
clearly she's going to have like 15 kids.
Right.
Because he's that, he's always going out partying, living up the high life and everything, drinking MGD and everything.
Oh, for sure.
And then, she's the stay-at-home kind of person with like 150 kids and
then he 360s into a wall, and it's feeding tube time.
Right. Yes. Oof. Boy, that's going to be a heartbreaking episode.
Like he could have there could be a flashback episode where he's like thinking about racing, and then it cuts to the present. And he's just like wheelchair racing somebody in the grocery store.
I miss it so bad. He just breaks down in the middle of the store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
Papa told me never to cry in public.
She's like, I told you. It's just,
just we don't have what's the driver's name? It's name something awful.
Yeah. I told you shifting gears was going to be difficult. Because, we got to work in the title somewhere in the first episode.
Well, of course. Yeah, of course.
And as many racing puns as possible,
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be like Clint Asphalt. Just something terrible.
Clint Asphalt. That sounds like one of the worst porn names ever.
It's not my fault. It's the asphalt. As he sticks it in.
Dry.
Well, of course, because he's Clint.
Right.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, he is.
Nobody likes to work with Clint.
Chad Asphalt, then.
Yeah. Chad Asphalt.
Oh, God.
I love the shifting gears idea.
I know, right? Someone needs to give us developmental deals to just write this shit and then just keep moving them on to Hollywood.
It's true.
I want to see how many of these we can get made. I don't care what network they're on, except Lifetime. I have an issue with them.
Well, and, trust me, flipping through TV, we can get probably all of them made.
Right?
Oof.
We just need somebody to become independently wealthy to back us. That's all we need. Time to hit Kickstarter up.
So it's Chad Asphalt? Is that where we're going?
Well,
with?
if he's going to be like, sticking it in dry, Chad is the appropriate name because that's kind of got that.
Okay, so that's the porn star.
Right, yeah. But for this show, no, he's a gentle, he's a badass, but he's a big teddy bear is what we're coming to find out.
Right.
He was only a badass because to keep the world from finding him vulnerable and such.
He had to be outwardly bad, because he was inwardly weak.
Yes. Which we'll find out more and more as the season goes along, of course.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's only so bad you can be when you can't move anything below your neck.
I'm not sure he has to be paralyzed, but does he need to stay paralyzed? There's the question for you.
I don't know. Maybe that could be the season 1 finale.
Well, because it's going to be tough for a lot of people to find it funny if the guy's,
Okay, that's true.
He's always reminding us how tragic his life is.
Like some sort of weird comic relief where he's supposed to exit off the stage. He's blowing into a tube.
Right, yeah.
I guess this isn't working out, guys.
Yeah.
This isn't testing well with the audience.
No. So the next season, he's like some hunky firefighter. The show shifts gears. See what I did there?
Oh, I see.
It's totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah. Like, you look different. What?
What? I've been working out.
Yeah. You couldn't even walk last year. I got better.
Yeah, I got better.
Stem cells.
It's perfect.
The final episode of season 1 is him drinking it looks like a Rocky 21 egg smoothie or whatever you want to call it, where he's just drinking 21 raw eggs, but it's just a big old thing of stem cells. He's just knocking it back like it's his water jug at the gym,
Right.
Well, I can't do this because he can't move his arm, but
yeah, it's I don't know how he's knocking it back exactly.
Gerbil bottle. That's how he gets all his drink.
Well, of course.
Yeah, so he's just sucking it out of there, and then
yeah, season 2.
Season 2, he's just ripped.
Season 2, it's Bolo Young.
Yes. And his dramatic return to television, Bolo Young is shifting gears.
What was in that gerbil bottle? Must have been Asian stem cells.
You know what? His last name has to be Gears.
Oh,
because
there you go.
Right? Because shifting gears,
gears,
right?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so it's got to be I don't know, Hank Gears or something. I don't know. It's got to be a TV name, and it should probably be. I don't know. It's got to be Bryce Gears or something.
I was thinking maybe Austin.
There you go. That'll work.
Austin Gears.
Yeah. Maybe
I hate Austin Gears.
That's what it is. He'll become a newspaper writer, and his column will be called Shifting Gears. That way we can just make as many references to the title as possible.
Yes.
Damn it.
I guess he doesn't have to be paralyzed.
Oh, no, he still is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just waist down.
Okay.
So you can still do some stuff.
Like finger blasting.
Well, that's what Mrs. Gears is into. So, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting married to her?
I don't know.
Don't spoiler it.
It's Mrs. Gears at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's all about finger blasting, and he's got a skater helmet with just a big dildo on it.
Well,
so it's kind of like some sort of angry unicorn.
He's really good at finger blasting because he's used to moving his hands around and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, my. All right, we should probably... This is going to be a White Muddin episode if we're not careful.
It certainly feels like it.
Where it's going to just turn into like an hour and a half of us talking about this.
Of us spitballing fantasy shows.
A terrible, terrible fantasy show.
Next thing you know, it'll be like an hour in and we're talking about the spin-offs from the show.
Right, well...
like his goofy neighbor gets a show.
Right. Or him and his wife get divorced, and it's going to be the story of, it'll be from her perspective, and it'll be called Chasing Gears or something.
Right? Replacing gears.
Oh, God. This is so awful.
And, of course, the animated series.
Well, yeah.
For the kids.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Naturally.
For the kids.
Yeah, kids love seeing cartoon finger blasting. So.
Right. The kids do love that.
They do love that, Brian. They certainly do.
Oddly enough, this is testing really well with children.
It's crazy.
And adults. Damn it, shifting gears.
Enough of that.
Yeah. Well, once we get it made, I'm sure you'll be able to buy it, on Amazon.com.
Oh, true. If I were to buy it myself, personally.
Which you will, even though you'll get, copies as executive producers and such.
Oh, yeah, but I got to buy some to hand out for Christmas.
Yeah.
But I would go to saltylanguage.com and click on that sexy banner right at the top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I would buy all the shifting gears.
Yeah, buy them out of shifting gears.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Making it the #1 selling DVD of the Christmas season. And
well, like it wouldn't be anyway.
Right, true.
I mean, it's a wheelchair guy finger blasting people with a dildo helmet on.
Well, hold on. It's not just him finger blasting people. It's not like, oh my God.
Maybe he's got a complex.
I was thinking...
He hit the wall so hard, that's all he knows. He can't speak in anything but finger blasting. It's his language.
It's like Morse code on the G-spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Tap, 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 tap. All she keeps saying is, oh.
Gets real awkward when he visits his mom.
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Those are the on a very special...
On an all-new Shifting Gears, Austin visits his mother and finds out how awkward it is to talk to her via finger blasting.
Austin, it's real good to see you again.
Yeah. It's the big dust cloud. Like someone is knocking the rug out in the yard.
That's what we'll show instead. They're hitting it with like one of those like those things that look like the tennis rackets, that you use to beat a rug with.
I can only assume
no one's gonna get that reference. His mom's name is Dusty.
Well, naturally,
Dusty Gears. Oh man.
Oh, the goddamn Gears family's a great
Right. Obviously, his dad will be dead or have deserted the family. I haven't decided which yet.
He's got to be dead.
Dead? Okay. Because that trauma has to partially lead to Austin being such a badass.
Yes.
And acting up all the time and such.
Yeah. Like when he's racing, it'll, because we have to have an episode of him racing because he's got to get hurt.
Obviously, the first episode will be like a 3-hour episode.
Well, duh.
Half of it will be racing.
Yes. And, you have to have that moment where he's, like, overtaking somebody, and it flashes to, like, his dad's grave. It's just like a big gear in the ground.
Of course. It's because we can't hit you over the head with that enough.
No, exactly.
I want to be as heavy-handed with the fact that their last name is Gear and our big pun device.
Yes.
Ugh.
You guys are still talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Oh, man. Oh, do you have anything else from the last week or whatever?
Not real. No. I was like, we had some drinks and stuff after the event.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the old Oliver House, got some beers,
Yeah.
said goodbye to Ashley before she goes off to Italy
Yep.
for a couple months.
To the boot.
Watched my wife get hammered on martinis.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Knocked on 3 of them in an hour.
Yeah. And the beer, too. Don't forget the Russian whatever, the 9-point whatever Russian beer she
the
threw
high
back.
octane beer.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, she was on a quest to be the drink.
She was the drink, indeed.
She certainly was.
Yes. I, took the mantle of the drive.
Right. As is tradition.
Mm-hmm. I know you had a birthday, though. God damn it.
Yep. I turned 78.
How was your 78th birthday?
Pretty good. Bolo Young came over.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We compared careers. He left crying.
You'll have that.
Right.
Yeah.
Not really. He's like, you have a podcast? He was like white girl ugly crying on his way out.
Yes and yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have you know, though, we have officially purchased your birthday present.
Excellent.
Yes.
Who is?
Of course, in a month you'll get to use it, but
Excellent. So
Yeah.
whores. Right?
Fall Beer Fest.
Oh, I thought it was whores. Damn.
Oh. Well, it's the D. I'm sure we can get a couple whores for about 50 cents.
Eh.
You gotta, you might want to wrap yourself up in like press and seal and aluminum foil.
Right. It'll be
like
like
you're like freezing a roast.
right. I was thinking like from Naked Gun. I can't
the
remember
full
which
body
one.
condom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never be too safe,
Oh yeah. Good Lord.
I don't want to get Ebola.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Ebola. Oof.
Bolo might be nice compared to what some of them Detroit chicks could give to you.
Could be. Depends on what area of Detroit we're in, Some parts of Detroit's not going to be that bad. Other parts
true.
are, again, Terror Dome. So,
Yeah.
or
I mean, you start
Thunderdome,
seeing guys
Terror
walk around
Dome.
that look like Legion of Doom here in the wrong neighborhood.
Maybe. Unless I'm
Go
going
to
to
the right neighborhood.
Going to the Leather Daddy party. No.
Well, that's true.
Ooh, what a rush, you say?
It's the newest tag team, Leather Daddies of Doom.
Oh, boy. What kind of doomsday device do they do?
You don't want to know.
It's just a pile driver.
Yeah, it is.
Oof.
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
Probably a double pile driver.
Yeah. Well, of course. And then they high five over the top of you as they get the pinfall.
Boy, do they.
Oof. Next thing you know, you're starring in a show about a race car driver.
Exactly.
My name's not Austin.
Like, what?
It is now.
Except this show is called, like, Fixin' Anus. It's all about the life and times of dissolvable stitches.
Right. Ooh. Oof.
Yeah, I'll have you know, Brian, that Leah's newest obsession in music is Mr. B.
Nice.
Because I randomly threw it like on a YouTube playlist one morning when I was, packing lunches and stuff for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Who is?" And then it's all been Mr. B ever since.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with
pretty
that.
entertaining.
Well, that's good because by the time we get Manjalali going, she'll be all set.
Yeah, like she asked me when I was playing because the night before we watched Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix.
Right.
Which, yeah, it's a decent movie, but it's about Johnny Cash, which she likes Johnny Cash.
Right.
Much respect for a 9-year-old to like Johnny Cash.
Right.
But she asked me when we're watching a movie, like, is he dead? I'm like, yeah, he's dead. And I talked about, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching Mr. B, and Leah looks at me, is this guy dead? So, later that night, we went out. My mom took us out for Jeannie's birthday dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was telling me that, because she picked the kids up from school, that Leah was asking her if when we were kids, and she was, younger, if she listened to Mr. B, and that's where I got it from. And my mom was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not realizing that Mr. B is probably our age.
Yeah, probably our age,
Yeah.
despite the fancy looks.
Right. He's just
Yeah.
a dapper gentleman, that's all.
Yeah. I was like, no, honey, I don't think Nana listened to Chap Hop.
She might have. We don't know. Probably not, because I don't think it existed much then.
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's a fairly recent development.
Right.
Although in this Chap Hop playlist I played,
Yeah.
Professor Elemental had a song on it that he was apparently on Phineas and Ferb.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I the only reason I know that is, after I had Oz on the show, I, was researching various acts and stuff, trying to find other Chap Hop stuff, and when I was looking through the wikis and stuff for various people, I saw that, and I was like, huh. It's like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, because that's what, that same morning, Leah's like, Phineas and Ferb. So I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh, well, that's Professor Elemental. That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh.
Exactly. And that's why, Chap Hop is the good stuff.
It is.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's really played the U.S. much. It looks like he's pretty much only been playing England.
Right. Well, you never know, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Meh.
That's why we need to contact him and be like,
bitch,
you need to come here. Should have been here this last weekend.
Yeah, really. You could come for the second annual.
Right.
It fit right in with all the hipsters that were down there.
That's true. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Especially Elvis Costello that we saw.
Oh my God. Yes.
I am not exaggerating that I really think this guy thought he was Elvis Costello. Like, same kind of hat, glasses, the same facial hair. Yeah, it was. I think he was really trying a little too hard.
Yeah, you think?
Well, hipster, whatever.
Hipster, yeah.
I know, it's, So I forgot who it was said something to me about, my beard and, growing it to be a hipster. And I was like, look, just because I have the dark rimmed glasses and a beard and... I was like, no.
Does not mean I'm a hipster.
Yeah, I was like, look, I grew my beard because I just got tired of shaving. And I just don't want to pay for razors, that's all.
See, I grew mine because it's warm, and then I shaved it off and had a ton of backlash.
Well, as you should have.
So it has returned.
Right. I just have no intention of shaving mine off, so... At worst, I'll trim it way down, but... barring some freak accident or, needing facial surgery, I have no plans on, once I start getting reconstructive surgery, maybe.
Well, of course.
Yeah, right. The only cosmetic surgery I'd probably go get is, they do, they're doing, like, Botox now to freeze the muscles, like, right at the temples to help people with migraines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a lot of mine start, like, right around that point, so...
I thought for sure you were going to say peg legs.
It's tempting. It's tempting.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't really want two. That's kind of weird.
I'm thinking of noises you'll make walking around.
That's true. Well, you know me. We already talked about that. I'd have, like, Swiss Army peg legs, though, remember? So
that's right. I do
interchangeable things, so, so I'm ready for any situation.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Always be prepared,
Always be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got any things?
Like random newsy things?
Sure. Newsies?
I do.
Extra!
Brian, I do. And one of them actually kind of falls in the lines of shifting gears.
Of course it does.
Believe it or not.
Why wouldn't it?
Did you hear about the super genius Kanye West?
I know who he is.
But did you hear what recently happened to him?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. So, he was doing a concert in Sydney, Australia.
Right.
And he insisted everyone stand up and dance, right?
Sure.
Kanye told the crowd, I can't do this show until everybody stands up, unless you got a handicap pass and you get special parking and shit. While nearly everyone stood up, Kanye spotted two people still seated and called on them to get on their feet, refusing to carry on with the show. It's only when the one fan waved her prosthetic limb in the air that he's like, oh, you're fine. They were both in wheelchairs.
Oh, Kanye.
Oh, Kanye.
You so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Weird spokesman for Kanye has yet to respond to the comments about this.
There's no win in this one. Like, the only way I think you can win if you're Kanye is to potentially, first of all, apologize and maybe, like, give them concert tickets. You know what I mean? Or meet with them or something like that. You know, do something a little above and beyond just to kind of offset that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I just everyone stand up. You too. What the fuck? I'm not caring how you stand up.
Well, especially after you say, you know, except for y'all that got disabilities.
And that's when the music stops. It gets real quiet, and it focuses in on Austin Gears and the trouble he goes through in life.
And then he goes on, like, he has a monologue of about 20 minutes there where he tells his story. Meanwhile, Kanye's just crying because no one's paying attention to him.
Exactly.
Then Kanye starts racing cars in the hopes that the same thing happens, so he'll get more attention. Yeah.
And wait, Kanye starts racing cars, and Austin is his race manager.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Celebrity tie-in.
Yes. I like it. Now we got to do is get Kanye on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he'll be in.
Yeah, probably. Just tell him we're fans or something. I don't know.
This kind of story feels like it could have only happened to Kanye, though.
That's kind of what I thought when I first read it. So I'm like, I need to save this for our show.
Right. Because I think most musicians probably would have just ignored the two people.
Right.
You know, been like, that's almost everybody, whatever, you know,
like,
and just...
Good enough.
Yeah. Kanye's got to have everybody.
Yeah. He wants everybody to stand up.
Oh.
Doesn't care if you're missing both your legs.
Yeah.
You better get on your hands, bitch.
Yep. Somebody lift that dude's stump up onto the...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Kanye.
Someone grab 2/3 a person over there and hoist them in the air.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, man. So I got kind of a follow-up. And this story I know will make you insanely happy because it has to do with Grumpy Cat.
Oh, please tell me someone ran him over. Please tell me there's a Michelin mark right through the center of his dumb face.
A Michelin mark. No.
Great.
None of these things happen, sir.
God damn it.
In fact, what has happened is actually they've announced who's going to voice Grumpy Cat in the Christmas movie.
Oh.
And it's Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec fame.
Well, that's very appropriate. I mean,
Yeah.
I could see her doing a perfect Grumpy Cat voice.
Yeah.
But still. God, I hate Grumpy Cat.
Yeah. Or as, you know, we'll refer to Grumpy Cat to make you even happier, tartar sauce. So yeah, figured that would make you happy. You know, nothing like a good Grumpy Cat story to try to, you know, get your ire up.
Is feline AIDS a thing?
I think it is, actually.
Oh, please. I hope Grumpy Cat's very promiscuous.
Well, it's a she, so if she's not fixed...
I mean, if she's living a celebrity lifestyle, just taking cat dick and doing coke in that stupid face...
I want to see the cat with coke nose. Oh, man. The cat's fucking taking selfies with coke nose and another cat behind her.
Exactly.
Just railing her.
Just railing
Tony,
her.
meanwhile, could not be happier, hitting heart as many times as he can on Instagram.
Exactly. I'll be signing up for new Instagram accounts.
Like, get it, girl? Oh, shit.
Fucking Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, so that's about it there. It was just a real short.
Yeah.
A tidbit, if you will.
I probably... Yeah, God, I hate that thing. I probably shouldn't be as annoyed as I am, but
Right.
I am.
Actually,
I am's what I am.
I'm really hoping that we can get Grumpy Cat for shifting gears.
Same here.
I want Grumpy Cat to be his life coach, actually.
Oh, I was picturing him running it over with a wheelchair. Accidentally. Like a whoops-a-daisy.
Not the race car, but the wheelchair, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Dude, his wheelchair could be kind of like a race car.
Nice.
It'll be like a race car bed, except it's a wheelchair.
He sleeps in a race car.
Well,
bed.
duh.
Who doesn't?
He did before the accident as well.
That's true. It was just an awesome one.
Right.
Now it's all set up for, like, home medical care.
Oh. See what I mean? It's going to be tough to keep making this funny. This is tough.
That's true.
You keep depressing everybody with this stuff. It's like, do I laugh or do I cry?
That's what makes it a hit. It's so confusing. People don't know what to do.
Yeah, there's both sides. Like, there's two camps on the show. It's like, this is the funniest show ever, or this is the most depressing thing I've ever watched.
All good, in my opinion.
Right. Just as long as the two sides are violent toward each other.
Right.
Got anything else?
Oh, boy, do I, Brian.
Excellent.
I got another music-related story.
Oh, okay.
This happened. Dateline, Toronto. I haven't done that in a while.
This isn't about Rob Ford, is it?
No, but it should be. Actually, this is way better than Rob Ford, in my opinion.
All right.
Toronto Uber users.
All right, Uber is going to be our
version of Uber.
Yeah.
Uber. If for you people out there that live under a rock and don't know what Uber is,
yeah,
it's an amazing app where you can have taxis and sedans pull up and get you and take you places.
It's also maybe the number one word used by Tony through the 90s.
That's true.
You used Uber a lot.
I did use Uber a lot.
And I don't mean the driving service.
That was like one of my Xbox Live tags.
I know.
Uber killer.
Yep.
Ugh, I wish I could go back and punch myself in the face. But then I'd rip apart space and time as, evidenced by Back to the Future.
Right. Just make sure you don't have sex with your mom or grandmother or whatever.
Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Morse code finger blasting.
Totally okay.
Totally okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that just hit me. If Austin Gears is going to be Kanye's crew chief,
yeah,
and the only way he can communicate is finger blasting,
we'll have to work that out with Kanye's people.
I guess
we may have to come up with some sort of a device that translates, or Kanye just gets a prostate exam all the time.
All the time.
Like, he'd have to be in the car with him at that point.
He's constantly getting milked.
Oh.
Anywho, Uber users in Toronto who are used to seeing black sedans and plane taxis are shocked this week when they got picked up by a $265,000 McLaren 650S.
Nice.
Driven by none other than Deadmau 5.
Excellent.
How great is that?
Right?
He took a night and became an Uber driver in his supercar.
Wow.
And just picked people up and drove them wherever and bullshitted with them as he was doing it.
See, I think it's cool that he wants to do that. There's no way in hell if I had a car like that, I'd just let random assholes into it.
No.
Who knows what you're picking up,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess, to be fair, though, I mean, he's got loads of cash. I'm sure it's whatever.
Yeah, true enough, I guess. Yeah. Well, he better save that cash until, the thing with Disney's over.
True.
He might need it.
He did say that he tweeted that it was fun. He's going to keep that app handy because you never know. He might be bored some night and do it again.
That's funny.
I think it's pretty cool, though. I mean, how many celebrities he is a celebrity, but
right.
You're not going to see many other people doing that.
Oh, my God, there's our next podcast. We're just going to do Ubercast.
What a great idea.
You and I are just in the front seat. We go around picking people up and talk to them. And we just record the whole thing.
Dude, that is a great idea. We should not be talking about
We should not be. Oh, man, that could be fun.
Salty Language presents Ubercast.
Yeah. Might be better if we, could get a celebrity, affixed to it, but...
Nah. It'd be like HBO Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yeah, it's true it would. I like this idea.
I like this idea a whole lot.
Right.
I wonder what it takes to become an Uber driver.
I don't know. We're probably too sketchy for it, though.
I don't know. I got a lot of miles under my belt. it comes down to driving, I got that shit.
That's true.
That's all I do.
Right. And I can operate a boom mic from the passenger seat.
Perfect.
Well, we need some way of getting a microphone to the person in the back of some sort, so they can be heard.
Right.
I mean, we can figure out the logistics other time.
How great would it be to put, like, cash cab lights in our minivan?
Right. Like, oh, shit.
Like, oh, shit, am I a cash cab? Nah, you're on Ubercast.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Tell you what, we'll do a trivia bit at the end. If you win, I don't know. I don't want to give them free taxi rides.
If they win, we slow down enough so they don't have to tuck and roll as far.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Or Morse code finger blasting.
Nice.
Naturally.
That's for when I'm sitting in the back seat.
Yeah.
Stretching my hand out as they get in. Like, what's going on here? Nothing.
Nothing. Just take a seat.
Don't worry about it. Maybe drop your pants. It'll go a lot easier if you do.
It's better for everybody.
Yeah.
Really.
What?
Oh, shit. How about you? You got another one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You see, they announced today that Fox gave the go-ahead to make the Deadpool movie.
Nice.
Yep. And it hasn't been officially announced, but everyone figures Ryan Reynolds will star. Did you see the little tidbit of him doing the Deadpool video?
I heard about it from somewhere.
Where it's the leaked test footage?
I didn't watch it. I definitely heard about it.
Well, the link that we'll have, I actually have a link that has it in it, so I'll do that. Tim Miller is attached to direct, and it says Ryan Reynolds is expected to reprise his role, which, I would just prefer they forget that exists and just, let it be its own thing.
Right.
Because after seeing the test footage and stuff, he freaking nails Deadpool, which everyone pretty much figured he would, Where is it? I think, it says it should be in 2016, which that kind of sucks, but,
Right.
But that's also the same, the same other thing that comes out that year is X-Men Apocalypse, Captain America 3, Shazam, Sinister 6, Doctor Strange, and Batman vs. Superman.
Good Lord. That's when the comic books take over.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yes, sir. So, yeah. Another very heavy comic book year.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of good writing going on there.
Well, that too. Plus, I mean, just when everyone thought people were tired of superhero and comic movies, here comes Guardians of the Galaxy to punch us all right in the colon.
That's very true.
What is that? Foreign and domestic. I think they said now that it's hit over 300 million. So it's just a monster of a movie. And
monstrous movie.
But it's also a very good movie, and we've talked about it in the past. So
160. Check it out.
Huh?
Episode 160.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Check it out.
Couldn't remember what episode it was. I knew it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
But yeah, they just announced this today, so I was pretty excited that, it's something the fans have been like, come on, and Deadpool has been hot forever. I don't think there's ever been a point where Deadpool wasn't a popular character.
No.
Like, exactly. I remember when Deadpool, like, that miniseries with, I can't remember who wrote it now, but it was it Joe Madureira and whatever that did that miniseries? And people were like, oh my god, this character's ridiculous. And, like, ever since, he's, whenever they put out toys, if there's a Deadpool, it's, like, one of the first to sell out. And
everyone loves Deadpool. Look how much Deadpool cosplay you see.
Right? It's because he's good times. What can you do?
Exactly.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, there's that.
As long as they stay away from the Wolverine, I got all the powers combined Deadpool with the I-beams and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they stay away from that, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I-beams were stupid. That's not... it needs to just be a comic Deadpool. Like the comic book Deadpool.
Because Ryan Reynolds really is perfect for the role.
Yeah. He delivers the quick wit stuff pretty well. He's in good shape, so he's going to look good in the costume or, whatever.
They should do a little prosthetic type action, make his face look like Hamburger.
Right.
So he's not always in the mask.
Exactly. Yep. And I'm sure they will because, as we've talked about on the show before, movie stars don't wear masks in movies generally, so
Right.
they take them off as much as they can. Again, evidenced by Guardians of the Galaxy with Chris Pratt.
Yes.
How many times did he not wear the Star-Lord mask?
Yeah, exactly.
Which that's more of a functional thing, but it's still it holds. Yeah. Again, Iron Man's the perfect example. That and Captain America are the two best examples. Those two are out of mask almost all the movie.
Yes.
And then they find ways to get them, like the mask on Captain America or Spider-Man, destroyed so that they can have it half off and what. It's so crazy.
Like, look, that movie star that you know is starring in it is still here.
Yeah. Oh, good. I was afraid he quit.
Maybe they switched or something.
Yeah.
I thought it was Kanye all of a sudden. Crazy.
It was.
Who knew?
Still obsessed with fish sticks.
Yes.
He's Aquaman.
That'd be awesome.
Kanye is Aquaman.
Kanye is Aquaman.
The most narcissistic member of the Justice League. Oddly enough, not Batman. Herm indeed. Yep. You got any more?
That's it. I only had 2 this week.
Thought you said you had all the things.
Well, by that I meant 2.
Oh, well, that's close to all the things. Well, here's another one that there's no way it could come about without us talking about.
All right.
Did you see the kerfuffle over Urban Outfitters and the Kent State sweatshirt?
You know, I heard something about the Kent State sweatshirt, but I didn't know it was an Urban Outfitters. I thought it was some just jerk off that made it.
No, it was Urban Outfitters. They say, for those who aren't familiar, they say that they did an aged or a vintage Kent State sweatshirt, but it looks like it was blood soaked. And obviously, again, if you don't know, there were students that protested at Kent State. I forgot the year, and they were shot by local authorities and such. And, so, I mean, obviously, it's known as the Kent State Massacre, if you ever need to look it up. And that's obviously what they were going for here. And then they were like...
Dumbbells.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we weren't trying to be offensive. We were going for, like a vintage look or what. And it's like, stop it. No, you weren't. Like, you were doing this because it's controversial.
Right.
And it did exactly what it should have done, which is bring a bunch of attention to them. I'm sure they sold quite a few because there's going to be people who will buy that kind of shit.
Right. Wow. No, I did not realize that was an Urban Outfitter move.
Yeah. I think they've since pulled the shirt.
Bad form, sir. Bad form.
Right? And this isn't the first time they've done shit like this, and I'm sure it won't be the last.
Right.
Because again, it keeps them controversial. It keeps them at the in the radar.
Yeah.
It's kind of goes back to the old there's no such thing as bad publicity. Because there's going to be outrage and all this kind of stuff right now, but then in a few weeks, people will go back to buying Urban Outfitters.
Yeah, I'll be like, man, I really wanted one. What's it going for on eBay, guys?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, especially, since they've pulled it, and I'll be honest, that was something I kind of wondered, is if they pulled them, how many of them got sold ahead of time, and what happens to them now.
Well, now there's going to be third world kids running around in blood-soaked Kent State sweatshirts.
Right?
Yeah.
Stupid. Meh. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about that other than that's just assholes being assholes. That's what that comes down to. And then trying to play it's like straight out insulting somebody, and then when they're like, wow, that was really offensive to me, and your response is, oh, I was just kidding.
Yeah, I didn't mean nothing by it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're still an asshole though.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What a bunch of dummies.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the last of those stories that I had.
Right.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about. We started talking last week when we were talking about the funny books we were reading.
Yes.
About you mentioned a book called Sex Criminals.
Right.
By damn it, I'm gonna have to pull it up because I can't remember the artist's name off the top of my head. Damn it.
Me neither.
It's written by Matt Fraction, and it's all right. Well, I'm trying to find it here. Illustrated by Chip. Is it Zdarsky or Zdarsky? Something like that. Zdarsky.
Right.
And anyway, after reading a few issues after you mentioned, or we talked about on the show, that night I read like the first 3 or 4, and oh man, I was hooked from the first issue.
Yeah, it's a well-written, funny book.
It really is. It deals with, the quick synopsis on it a little bit is, if you don't want any spoilers, I don't know what to tell you.
There's not much spurling.
No, I'm not going to give much away. It's, a female character kind of goes through discovering her sexuality
Susie.
and such. Susie, thank you.
Yeah.
Goes through discovering her sexuality in a way that I really didn't think was, it really, to me, did not feel like a guy writing a girl's part.
Right.
It kind of felt like, and women who've written into the book have kind of voiced the same thing, that they identified with things that he wrote. So clearly the guy has done some homework,
Right.
Because as guys, we don't have a fucking clue what's going on with that shit.
Not at all.
As evidenced by Chip's drawing in the letters column on one of the... we'll get to that. But anyways, she's all alone in all this, and she ends up... There's a guy named John that she runs into, and they basically realize that when they orgasm, that time stands still for them. So, and from their, shenanigans. But there's a lot of good jokes written in. There's a lot of good awkwardness written in. Yeah. It really feels like you can tell this is a guy who has had that awkwardness and talked to people who've had that awkwardness, and
right, exactly.
It has a nice real feel to a lot of it, along with stuff that's obviously completely made up.
Yeah, it's a fine book.
It is. I really, it should go under the double stamped on the website.
Yeah.
Because it clearly has the double stamp of approval.
Yeah, because since they're both like, you got to read this
Yeah,
book.
I cannot recommend it enough, I mean, if, well, you wouldn't be listening to us if talking about sex offended you, so.
Also true.
If by chance you are, maybe skip the book, but otherwise, even if you're not a comics fan, I think you might dig it. So.
Although Jeannie is a comic fan, she's fully enjoying
right?
the book too.
And Chip's art is fantastic in it. He does a great job on the art.
Yes.
And he also puts little jokes in things, so make sure you read all the little background signs.
Yeah, you got to really pay attention.
I'm telling you, front to back cover of this book, you got to read all of it. The in the last issue thing that's at the front are almost all fantastic.
Yeah. The letter daddies.
Yeah, the letter daddies letter columns are fantastic, and as well as there's some informative stuff in there too. Not to mention, I love the way Matt Fraction talks to the people that write in and are like, hey, I have this mental illness and blah blah, and then he, talks about how mental illness needs to not be treated as a crime; it needs to be treated as a a health issue. And then he has a sex expert, in the one column or two of the columns. I really think the book's doing a lot of things right. There's not a lot about it that I'd really be like, about at this point. So, I mean, it's only, seven issues. You're right. Yeah, I just read 7 last night.
Yeah.
So it's 7 issues in. So, it's not that far away. You can jump in and have not have missed very much.
Yeah, I highly recommend reading it.
Yeah, the first...
Jump on board the sex train, damn it.
The first, 4, I think, are available in trade form now.
Wow, fair enough.
So, and the next one, I think the second arc wraps up in, December, from what I was reading on Image's website yesterday.
Right.
But yeah, I know there are some local comic shops, from what people have written in and said that, either don't carry it or have it bagged because of the content. So, which is interesting, because when I read that, I was trying to think of how we would have handled that. Because it's tough, because, if there's any nudity on a cover, I would want to not have that straight out for anybody to look at.
Right.
Just because of kids and stuff.
But there's no nudity on the cover, but there's
I think the first
plenty
issue has a
within.
little bit on the first issue.
Was there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But within there is, so it's hard to say.
Right?
I mean, honestly,
it's
you
clearly
couldn't sell it to a kid.
Oh, for sure. No chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a book I would want to recommend to, not everybody, again, no kids, but to adults, I would be like, you have to read this because it's fantastic.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how we would have handled
Right?
that. I guess we'd have to just, one of those things to keep an eye on to make sure some, Timmy the snot-nosed masturbator isn't pawing through it, filing away images for later.
Right. Well, I will say this. I definitely know we would carry it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would have no aversion to carrying it, because especially once I read it. But, I wouldn't be one of those that, I wouldn't, outside pressure wouldn't keep me from carrying something like that.
No, fuck that. It's too entertaining.
Right. Well, plus, again, you and I are free speech. We're pro free speech. So it's, if you don't like it, then just ignore it. Don't read it.
Yeah. Read something else.
Yeah, it's not hurting anybody. And in all honesty, I actually think the book is doing a bit of a good service, because it's talking about some things that are, a little taboo. And in the letters column, like I said, Matt Fraction, I think, seems to be a really good guy to the people writing into him and stuff, So
right.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Definitely one of my favorite new books, or newer books.
It's quite good.
Yep. So that would be where we'd have some sort of sound effect for the double stamp. Exactly. Almost sounds like you're just ditching a corpse into something there.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Which is oddly a sound effect we should have.
That's true, we should. What, the corpse one or a double stamp?
Either way.
Yes. We need to try to get we need those guys to come on the podcast.
Oh, that would be...
Yes.
Yeah, you never know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Real quick, have you seen the one of the variant covers where it shows the two of them like it's a Christmas photo?
No, I've not seen that.
They did. I can't remember if it was for conventions or what it was, but it's like they're both in like sweater vests or something, and it's got the one right in front of the other one, and they're kind of looking the same direction and stuff. And then obviously, one of the issues has Chip in like a pool showing his ass off.
Well, naturally.
So what I love too, did you like the launch party for the book was at a sex club?
Makes sense.
And Matt Fraction got his nipples pierced at the sex club.
Pierced nuptials.
Yeah. Because he was like, why not? Like, all right, man. That's further than I'd probably go for a book launch, but hey, whatever.
Hey, anything for his art.
Right?
Right?
Hey, listen, that guy's written a lot of really good books. Like, I don't know if you ever read any of the, Iron Fist that he wrote was really good. And
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he's written some really good stuff. I
was out of the funny book loop for a while.
Right.
There.
He's a different cat when it comes to his writing. So
right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
So, yeah.
Not at all.
Nope. So have you read anything else new since last week, or?
Not really. It's been a weird week, but I just made sure I caught up on that book because I wanted to get the current.
Right. Yeah, I know. As soon as a new one comes out, I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't exactly had a whole lot of time this week for,
fair enough,
throwing funny books into my face.
Right.
Unfortunately.
It's cool because, when I saw a new issue of that was out, it took me back to what I love so much about comics is, you get that giddy feeling when a new one's out, of a book.
Yes.
Yeah, of a book, you're like, oh, I can't wait to read this, and for a while I was just reading books like when they came out in trade form, so I could just read 6 issues or whatever at a time.
Right.
And doing that, you kind of forget or miss that, when a book that you really like is coming out and that new one hits the stands and you're like, yeah, and that's the first one on the pile of books that you read, or
right,
maybe you
exactly.
don't even wait till you get home to read it,
I mean, I can only assume people feel that way every Monday when the new Salty Language comes out.
Obviously.
I mean, clearly.
Right. And then listen to it over and over the rest of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
probably pantsless touching themselves.
Right. I was going to use the term from Sex Criminals, but I can't remember what it is now. The one that they refer to their readers as.
Damn
it.
God damn it.
I know. It starts with a B, but I can't remember what it is now.
Drawing a blank.
Yeah. Oh, well. Fail.
Fail.
Damn it.
Ah, well.
Yeah. Brimpers.
There you go.
While brimping.
Yeah,
Which,
because I see they have shirts that say that.
yeah, brimped.
Brimped.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to see more merch from that book.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can only imagine it's going to be really interesting stuff. Good shit. Good shit. Like I said, they're doing comics the right way.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And again, hats off to Image for letting them get after it and do what they want to do, Not getting in the way and, So that's why I said it's, Image, since they changed their focus, really might be my they might be my favorite company because they're just getting out of the way and letting good stories get out there that, well, don't get me wrong, a book by Matt Fraction might not have had all that much trouble, but this book, I could see where you'd have a hard time selling this to somebody.
Just based on content and all that.
Yeah, because Marvel's not picking this up, most likely, and I doubt even DC would do it. Even if DC still was really pushing the Vertigo stuff, that was more weird stuff, not, it might. You never know, because Transmetro's got some really weird shit in it, and Preacher, but...
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't seem like this doesn't feel like it'd be a Vertigo book.
Right? This feels like it would have to have been one of the
It'd
real
have to be
small,
like an independent,
like Avatar Press or one of those real tiny, So I love that Image is doing that because Image has got more publishing power, to get books out to, plus shops are going to be more likely to buy something that comes from Image than tiny press,
Yeah, exactly.
Which isn't a great thing. I mean, I always tried when we were doing the order, and I always tried to look through everything because you just never know what's going to be a good book, not just, this is going to be popular, but, maybe just try to find some good stuff.
Right.
But it's tough. There's a lot out there. Especially, comb over to Kickstarter and see how much stuff is out there.
Yeah, no shit.
Or just go to a con and walk down Artist Alley.
Right.
It's a shame at times because you see stuff and you're like, wow, that's not a bad idea. It's a shame that these guys can't get anybody to, get behind them.
Yeah, to help them out.
Yeah. Although now, again, with Kickstarter, you have a better chance probably than back when we were going to the conventions.
Right.
Because, in those days there was nothing like that, and the internet wasn't, a huge vehicle like it is now.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as,
Yeah, well, you didn't have social media to get behind you.
Yeah, this is very true.
You know what I mean? Like now, if you're putting a book out, you get it on Twitter and maybe get some people promoting
What you're
you.
saying, Brian, is we're old.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm all right with this.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. And again, we hope to, before too long, have our pal Eric on the show, and he can talk about this a little bit more.
Oh, yes,
about,
indeed.
Using Kickstarter and trying to get indie books published and such. Mm-hmm.
All that jazz.
I don't want to talk to him about all that jazz.
He might be interested. Jazz hands and stuff.
That's all he's going to do the whole time. He'll just
not talk, just jazz hands.
Yeah. Well, it's the only way he can communicate is by jazz hands and finger blasting. He's actually where that idea came from.
It's crazy, really.
He is Austin Gears.
He is Austin Gears with his finger blasting jazz hands.
Right. I'll tell you, for somebody who can only communicate in those two ways, he writes pretty good books.
He does do pretty good, doesn't he? Yeah.
Handy capable. Ah, shit. Well, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
Dude, I'm spent.
Okay. Well, we're at 143, so I think that's a show.
That's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We could probably fit in more Austin Gears or Bolo Young talk.
Oh,
but,
we definitely could.
I mean, I think the glass is pretty full.
I'll tell you what we need to do is we need to start one of those Patreon accounts, and that should be the extra shit that people get, is us just going off the rails on this kind of conversation, where we just yammer on about Bolo Young and Austin Gears for like an hour.
Or TV or movie idea of the week.
Yeah. Oof.
Is right.
Well, to see all the links and stuff from this episode, go to saltylanguage.com, your home of everything you could possibly need.
All things salty.
Yeah, that too. While you're there, check out the link to the Podgods Network, the network we're part of. Check out some of the other shows, like our pals at Ridiculous Ramblings, or A Little Punch Drunk, or 7 Days a Geek, or Evil Ted, or
Hey, it was
The Green Up.
Green Up, and Dark Angels, and Pretty Freaks. I always stumble and bumble over the end of that name.
I know, me too. Sorry, people.
Yeah, DAPF.
There you go. Yep. Our pals over at Get Into Character, and yeah. Also, check out on our site, we have all the episodes. All 100
All the episodes, Brian?
165 as of this recording will be
Say it
available.
ain't so.
I'm not going to get into Weezer right now.
All right, fair enough.
I might. Anyway, so so you can check out all the back issues back issues there.
That works.
I'm just comics are still on my mind apparently. Let's see. Anything else from the website?
I feel like my face is about ready to explode.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, Tony puts up the links. He'll put up some fun time videos. You know, anything you could want from our show, pretty much. You can find all of our social media links on there. Generally, the best way to get a hold of us is through the Twitters.
Definitely.
We're at salty_language. I am at Stunami.
I am at Monotony.
Mm-hmm. If you want to email us, you can at saltylanguage@gmail.com. We have a voicemail number that I can never remember.
It's 415. Hold on.
It's like 856 salty or something, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
No
one ever calls it. They
Nah.
should though, because I kind of like voicemails.
Right. Or if you don't want to call, you can. If you have a voice recording whatnot on your phone or whatever, you can do that and email it to us again at saltylanguage@gmail.com.
If they do, Brian, want to call and leave us a voicemail, 415-857-2589 or 415-85-SALTY.
There you go. And, so there you go. If you have any stories, suggestions, anything like that, anything you want us to talk about, books you're interested in, suggestions for us, like if there's a book you think we should be reading, give us a holler at one of the ways of contacting us.
If you want to send us some sort of compilation of Bolo Young pictures.
Right? Or other nudes.
Well, duh.
Remember,
of course.
Hashtag salty nudes.
If you really want to get creative, you could print out a bunch of Bolo Young and make a decoupage. And we'll hang it up somewhere.
Right. We'll take a picture of us with it and post it on the webpage. Or use it as the new avatar for the show. Oh, yeah. And, of course, on the website, there's also a fancy donate button if you would like to help us, as, it would just be helpful.
It's true.
You can donate through PayPal or whatever. So, yeah, I think that's it, sir.
I do believe it is.
All right, then. Well, let us say, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Yeah, stay salty.
And, go fuck yourselves.
There you go.
character. Let's get into character. Let's get into character. Let's get into character.
I'm Chubby.
And I'm Tommy. Straight from the fucking internet. Get into character. GICpodcast.blogspot.com. GIC Podcast on Twitter. Podgodsnetwork.com.
Hamsterdance.com. I don't understand.
References! That's our show.
Not intended for the easily offended.
We have Kendra here. She can do an inverted twink on command like this. That's a character.
Take that out of contest.
Cats! Felix and a Leonard.
I'm hungry! Suck my dick!
Sometimes we do radio play.
Our show has really no purpose other than to be funny. No rhyme or reason.
We usually talk about what's happening, right? We experience things during the week and we just let it out there.
Dude, Tarantino, that's so noir.
Get not laugh. You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes.
Silence is hilarious. You better not crack. We have all sorts of shit to use.
Crack is whack. Not safe for work.
He hasn't come yet, and you will too. That's the way the cookie sex is.
Yeah. Facebook.com/getintocharacter. chubsandtubs@gmail.com. Podgodsnetwork.com.
And that's what our podcast is like.
Let's get into character. 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 Let's get into character.